What a beautiful afternoon it is here at Emory and Henry University. We're going to be watching some women's 15s rugby. It's going to be Warren Wilson College versus Emory and Henry University. Here comes your Emory and Henry University women's rugby team. All right, it looks like we're getting lined up there to start our kickoff. Emory's going to kick off to Warren Wilson. Looks like there was a penalty on Warren Wilson. Emory has the ball. Emory tapped and go. Went. And that's a try for Emory and Henry. Let's see if the kick is good. The kick was no good. Emory goes in for a second try. And it's good. And the kick was good. Looks like, okay, we're getting in a scrum formation. It's Warren Wilson's put into the scrum. And the ball's out in Warren Welson's possession. There's a penalty on Emory. Warren Welson's ball. Looks like we're just going to tap and go. Another penalty on Emory. It's Warren Welson's ball again. She t- Emory now has possession of the ball. And going on the outside. Nice little fake. We're going in to see if we can get that try. And the try is good. We're going for that conversion kick. And the kick was good. Looks like we're gonna resume with a scrum. It's gonna be Warren Wilson putting the ball in. And the ball's out. Looks like there's a penalty against Emory and Henry. It's Warren Wilson's ball. And there was a knock on from Warren Wilson. So they're going to go in a scrum, and it's going to be Emory and Henry's ball put in. And the ball's out on Emory and Henry's side. And there's a try for Emory and Henry. Emory's going to go for that conversion kick. And there was a knock on Emory and Henry, so it's going to be Warren Wilson's ball put in this time. And the ball's in, and it came out on the Warren Wilson side. Warren Wilson has position. And Warren Wilson's going to make it in for their first try of the match. And Warren Wilson goes for the kick, and it was no good. Emory and Henry with a kick to Warren Wilson. There was a penalty on Emory there, so now Warren Wilson gets to tap and go. Another penalty, so Warren Wilson gets to go again. Looks like it was holding on Warren Wilson. It's Emory's possession now. It looks like we're gonna get in position for a line out here. And it's Warren Wilson's after that line out. And there was a break, and we're gonna see if we can go get that try. The try was unsuccessful, and now it's Warren Wilson in possession of the ball, and they're gonna go ahead and kick it. We're gonna run it towards the outside, and Kayla, she's gonna make it in for another Emory and Henry try.
Hello and welcome back to the second half kickoff where Emory and Henry is leading 33 to 5 against where Emory and Henry is leading 33 to 5 against Wilson. It was a nice tackle right there. He pitched it out to the outside, and that is a penalty, I believe. So we're going to a scrum here in the first few minutes of the second half. So that was another penalty in the second half. This time against Emory and Henry and Wilson did a quick tap and go, and they did that again. And did they get this try? They got the try, it looks like. So it is now 10 to 33. And the try, and the point after is no good. So the score remains 10 to 33 with Emory and Henry still having that big lead thanks to the hat trick scored very early into this one. As we do wait for the kickoff of the after the try, we do have softball also going on over here beside us. So at some point you might hear some cheering or chanting mixed with some of the softball getting hit by the bat. You kick it short, and Wilson is able to recover that. You pitch it out, breaking to the outside. Nice stiff arm, however, that is still a tackle. However, they do call a penalty on that. They call it against Emory and Henry. I assume they called a high tackle, though I'm not sure. Wilson with a nice, quick tap and go, though they were tackled very quickly on that one. Wilson just trying to inch up the field, just little by little, try to cut down on this lead from Emory and Henry. Wilson just trying, just again, still keep on just marching down the field ever so slowly. And that's I think another penalty. I think that's I forgot the wording of it, but I was over there with the men's team who beat Radford yesterday. And they were calling it, I forgot what that was called, but Wilson breakaway a little bit. As Wilson approaches half field, Emory and Henry got the ball back. has another penalty. I say penalty. It's another foul because the no cards have been rewarded so far in this game. Because a they set up a scrum here. With a rem in the middle for Emory and Henry. Not exactly sure who's in the middle for Wilson, but Wilson gets it back. The pitcher to the outside, and they were tackled. Wilson was able to quickly recover, so it's still Wilson's ball as they get quickly tackled again. And that was a penalty against Wilson, I believe. I believe that was a failure to release penalty. So it's Emory and Henry's ball again as they're marching. They're inching their way closer to the end zone. It's like, I'm more so into no football than I do rugby. However, this is my first time doing play-by-play for rugby. Though she is gone. That is another try for Emory and Henry. And I can't tell who that is, but if it's number 15, that's her fourth of the day, if that is who scored that. She, she has had a great game so far. She has some nasty juke moves in that first half. As Gracie tries for the point after from the corner instead of the middle. And that kick is no good. So the score is now Emory and Henry 38, Wilson 10. So I'm more so of a football person. Like I can talk about football. Rugby's a newer sport we just got last year here at Emory and Henry, and they've been pretty solid this year. The girl that had the hat trick today in the first 20 minutes had a total of, I believe, Clay said that it was 50 some tries during this past weekend's sevens tournament. So she knows how to find that end zone. And softball has begun here, so there might be some chanting in the background. Henry pitches it to the outside. And they cannot catch that, so Wilson gets the ball back. Whoever Emory Henry was there for that quick pitch out. There's another stoppage in play. As we'll have another scrum here, it appears. See, when I got over here, it felt weird because I'm not used to seeing softball be played in the fall. So I got over here and saw softball getting warmed up, and it as well as rugby going on. So it was an odd sight to me, but they're doing their fall training. So Wilson gets the ball back, it appears like. And we were contesting that, and I believe that is possibly a failure to release against Wilson, which it was. That was a quick touch and go for Emory and Henry. She is carrying bodies over there. And I believe, yes, she is gone. That's another try for Emory and Henry. Though I am not 100% sure who that is. All I know is that Emory and Henry has been dominant today. The score is currently 43-10. As it looks like we have a new point after attempt kicker. However, this time she is right down the middle of them, what it appears, so it should be a fairly easy kick. And it is good. The ball this time is stopped by the fence. I remember hearing yesterday that there's been quite a few of the rugby balls on the men's side getting kicked over that fence that they still need to get. Today is a perfect day for rugby here. It is sunny and a few clouds in the sky. However, all the clouds are white up there. It is hot and humid, however. So the heat might be an issue. As Emory Henry keeps on powering through it. Henry's trying to cut it back to the inside so they have more field to work with. So they can keep on pitching it backwards because you cannot pass it forward in rugby. And she is just powering through wannabe tackles. So she is finally brought down. I think a group of four of the Wilson rugby players finally had to bring her down. As it looks like Emma or the rest of the team calls her Pitt was slow to get up there. She seems to be all right though, luckily. So we keep on playing. It appears to be another scrum. Yeah, it is another scrum. They're setting up. The ball is out, and Wilson gets it. Wilson's trying to make this a closer game. Trying to cut into this big Emory and Henry lead. This lead was gained thanks to a hat trick scored within the first 20 minutes, if not a little bit earlier than that. However, Wilson is still fighting as she was dragging some Emory and Henry players before she was finally brought to the ground. Wilson is slowly inching their way down the field. Looks like there was another stoppage in play. I'm not exactly sure what occurred, but there was a stoppage of play. It looks like we'll get another scrum here. As we are in full swing over in this softball scrimmage over here. So the chanting is picking up as well. As Emory Henry is up to bat here in softball. Wilson has the ball. There's a quick tap and go. However, that was not very effective because Emory Henry was able to sniff that out immediately. So Wilson went backwards there. Emory Henry is allowing these short gains. However, very it's very small gains. As it seems like there was another foul called on Wilson. So it's Emory and Henry's ball. So Wilson worked all that way close to the end zone. However, they failed to convert. Pitt is just bodying through wannabe tackles. That was a good pitch, and she's finding the outside. I believe she's still in, though she might be out. So I would be a lot more certain, however, we're having to set up beside the softball field because the snake pit, as the rugby players call it, don't have power to support the stream. So I am relying based off of what I am seeing from the camera. As it looks like we are getting our first ruck of the day. And Emory and Henry got that with ease. Pitt got it. Emory and Henry was finding that open space. However, that was thrown a bit off. However, she was able to recover for Emory and Henry. powering through wannabe tackles. It's been the story of today for Emory and Henry. Has been Wilson trying to tackle our players and not succeeding as she finds us some open space. And I believe Emory and Henry is able to recover that. However, they're calling a stoppage in play again. Saying it is now Wilson's ball. We have another scrum here. Maybe put it in the middle, and it is out. That was a quick scrum that won by over by Warren Wilson. As on my peripheral, I saw the fact that softball just hit a nice hit in fair play. I believe somebody just scored for Emory Henry softball. As Wilson is marching their way down the field. Richie was not able to handle the catch. The first girl, those picked up. That ball is loose. Emory and Henry is able to recover. She broke another tackle. She pitched it very last second. However, it worked. So Emory and Henry is able to gain more ground. However, there is another stoppage in play. I believe we'll have another scrum. I'm not 100% sure on the rules. However, I believe that was a failure to release. With Pitt with the captain's hat on, as you can see. Pitt was in that. That was kicked, and nobody was over there. Wilson was able to recover. However, she did fall down, so I believe we'll have another scrum, though I'm not 100% sure. Or are they playing advantage? No, we will have another scrum. Emory Harris able to maintain the ball after that scrum. She is breaking tackles still. Again, has been the story of today's game for Emory and Henry. Has been that we have been able to break a lot of Warren Wilson's attempted tackles. Gary Henry has been breaking tackles and having some great juke moves. And that, I believe, is another try for Emory and Henry, and it is. She's trying to get to the middle, so it's an easier kick. I believe she was able to. So that was another try for Emory and Henry. one thing in rugby is unlike football, where if you cross the plane, it's a touchdown. You have to place the ball down or get tackled in the end zone for the try to count. So a strategy for this is to try to get to the middle so you can get a fairly easy kick, as it looks like an Emory and Henry player is down. I'm not sure who that is, but they're slow to get up. They got up. I'm still not sure exactly who was down, but it looks like they might be trying to power through it and stay on the field. And the try is good. So it is 51-10 in the second half. 52-10 in the half. I'm not sure if that was a game or what, but each group is huddling. And I believe that is the final score. It was Emory and Henry 52, Warren Wilson 10 is what I'm assuming because of the huddle. And there's the handshake. So yeah, the final score, Emory and Henry wins this one 52-10. Emory Henry got a quick and large lead in the first half thanks to a hat trick. Then Emory Henry just never looked back, holding Warren Wilson to only 2 tries. Again, like I said before, numerous times, the story of this game was broken tackles and juke moves and goose steps, because Warren Wilson just could not stop the speed and power of Emory and Henry in this one. As we come to an end here, I am Josh Britz, signing off to an Emory and Henry win 52-10.